In a dramatic shift of the political landscape of the Western Cape, the ANC and the FF Plus are reportedly in advanced talks to unseat the Democratic Alliance from its stronghold in regional councils. Now, this move signals a potential seismic change in the province's political dynamics as the two parties aim to challenge the DA's long-standing dominance in the area. For more on this, let's extend a very warm welcome to Dr. Corné Mulder, the leader of the Freedom Front Plus in the Western Cape. Doctor, a very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. So please, we need some clarity today. Tongues are wagging about your dissolution of your coalition with, of course, the DA in the Langenburg local municipality. Please briefly elaborate on this decision, sir.
Yes, it's a complicated matter. The fact of the matter is that we were in coalitions with the Democratic Alliance after the 2021 election. In the Western Cape, we were in 11 coalitions with the Democratic Alliance. And the Freedom Front Plus has always proven ourselves as a reliable and trustworthy coalition partner, and we intend to remain as such. Unfortunately, the Democratic Alliance, for some other reason, decided to end some of these coalitions. We were forced out first in George in the coalition with the Democratic Alliance. Then they ended the coalition and forced us out in the Garden District Council. Then they broke the coalition agreement in Oudtshoorn, and now they've done the same in Langenburg. It's not us that have terminated any of these coalition agreements. It's the Democratic Alliance that have decided to terminate these coalition agreements. And the fact of the matter is, it's unfortunate because I don't think it's in the best interest of the residents to have instability, and it will have an impact on service delivery as well.
Dr. Mulder, thank you for that clarity. Now, the result of that, of course, being the DA's Western Cape leader, they're saying that this constitutes to a material breach of your coalition agreement, leading to a breakdown of trust between yourselves and the DA in that region. And with new rumors now emerging that yourselves, as well as the ANC, are working to oust the DA in the Western Cape. A tweet from X or an X from Helen Zille also suggesting that this might be true, according to what she says is sources that are close to her.
No, the DA is rather disingenuous with the allegations they are making. They know better. It's the Democratic Alliance that broke both the coalition agreements, first in Oudtshoorn and then in Langenburg. If you're in a coalition with other political parties and you need to adopt the budget, then surely you need to listen to your coalition partners. And you cannot just go on all by yourself in your own little folly and push the budget through with the help of other parties from outside the coalition. So that's basically what happened. So both the leader of the Democratic Alliance in the Western Cape, Mr. Tertius Simmers, as well as the chairperson of the Federal Council, Ms. Helen Zille, is very strangely going along with the truth in these matters, unfortunately so. So what happened, for example, in Oudtshoorn was that after the Democratic Alliance broke the coalition agreement, there was a motion of no confidence passed in the mayor of the coalition, who was from the Democratic Alliance, Mr. Chris McPherson. And then we had to put another government together. What we then did was, in the spirit of what's happening in South Africa after the national and provincial elections, we extended an invitation to all parties in Oudtshoorn, including the Democratic Alliance, to try and see if we can form a government of local unity. Because if you look at the election results in Oudtshoorn, that was absolutely necessary to do so. The largest party had 7 out of 25 seats, so we had to form some kind of inclusive kind of arrangement. The Democratic Alliance was not prepared to participate, so all the other parties came together, the majority of them, 6 out of the 9, and we've now formed a government of local unity in Oudtshoorn. We elected a mayor from the Freedom Front Plus, a deputy mayor from the ANC, and the speaker is from the Patriotic Alliance, and some other more local parties are also part of this arrangement. It seems that the Democratic Alliance now wants to do and force us to do the same in Langenburg. We had a meeting last Wednesday for 3 hours to try and rectify the problems there, and we made it very clear that we are committed to that coalition. But the Democratic Alliance was not interested in trying to rescue that coalition. They came there in bad faith. I've got no doubt that they came in bad faith. And they came there to break this coalition up, which they did. So the Democratic Alliance in Langenburg walked away from the coalition. And so on this coming Wednesday next week, we will have a public meeting in Langenburg where we invite all the public to come and attend to get a new mandate as to see how we should take Langenburg forward in the best interest, because the Democratic Alliance seems not to be interested.
And Dr. Mulder, I mean, moving forward now, I mean, what is the current status of your relationship, be it with the DA, particularly in Langenburg? Because we understand that this could potentially result in a motion of no confidence against the DA mayor that is currently there. And maybe to also just elaborate on your relationship with the ANC in the Western Cape. Are you planning to take this stance further and go into the other metros that you earlier made reference to, sir?
No, in terms of our relationship with the Democratic Alliance in Langeburg, at the moment there's no relationship. We came to the negotiating table last Wednesday with good intentions. We wanted to secure the coalition agreement. The Democratic Alliance was not interested. They came in bad faith and they terminated the agreement. So there's no cooperation between ourselves and Democratic Alliance in Langeburg at the moment, none whatsoever. As a matter of fact, the Democratic Alliance then very swiftly made sure that there's a special council meeting set for tomorrow, and they are bringing a motion of no confidence to remove the deputy mayor in Langeburg, which is a member of the Freedom Front Plus. So the DA wants to kick us out as soon as possible. That's their decision, and I think they will regret that decision, but that's their decision. So we will have our meeting on Wednesday evening to inform and get a new mandate from the public in Langeburg. And who knows where that may lead. It may lead to something that could be the same kind of arrangement that has happened in Oudtshoorn. I don't know, but we will first get a mandate from the public. As far as the ANC is concerned, the ANC is taking the government of national unity seriously. Mr. Ramaphosa has expressed his absolute investment in this government of national unity on national level, and they want to make it work. So the ANC in the province, and I don't know what happened in other provinces, but I know that in the Western Cape, the ANC in the province reached out to other political parties and said to them, are you prepared to engage with us and to talk to us and to see how we can stabilize local government in the Western Cape and also enhance service delivery? I am aware of the fact that they've also reached out to the Democratic Alliance, and if you ask the Democratic Alliance, I hope they will be honest and admit that they were also contacted by the ANC to interact in that kind of discussion and negotiations. We were also contacted by the ANC in that regard, and once the government fell in Oudtshoorn, it was obvious that the parties there involved in Oudtshoorn then did have a discussion amongst ourselves, and we then formed this local government of national unity.
Dr. Mulder, thank you so much. Maybe just a quick one. Are you saying at this stage there's absolutely no chance of the Freedom Front Plus mending your relationship with the DA, particularly in Langenburg?
We have not decided to walk away from any coalition agreement. We are an honest broker in this process, and we are committed to them. As a matter of fact, we are still in 8 other coalition governments with the Democratic Alliance in the Western Cape. We intend to honor those agreements, and we just hope that the Democratic Alliance will come to its senses. It seems that the Democratic Alliance is finding it very difficult to cooperate with other political parties, and hopefully they will come to their senses.
Doctor, thank you so much for that insight this afternoon. That is, of course, Dr. Corné Mulder, the leader of the Freedom Front Plus out in the Western Cape, on their relationship with the DA that is said, of course, to be amounting to quite a lot of discrepancies and disputes due to some disagreements. They are hoping also to get a response from either the DA in the Western Cape or Ms. Helen Ziller herself.